All right, third time a charm. I'm gonna try one last time, and then I'm gonna give up. The StreamYard is really not cooperating at all today, but let's give it a try. Hopefully, you guys can hear me, and if not, I'll just have to do a pre-recorded video. But I really prefer live, so this can be more raw and organic. I decided to pop in today, and I'm at an investment symposium this week, and there was one particular topic that actually gave me the thought to pop in for a quick live before the event, and namely the importance of due diligence when investing. There are, of course, a lot of aspects of the due diligence process, but underwriting a deal, being able to vet the numbers, is extremely important. And it reminded me of one of the reasons why I started the Mastering Multifamily Underwriting course. It was about a year, maybe at this point, it's now 2 years or a year and a half ago, when I help a lot of investors with sifting through the offering packages and vetting deals. And in that particular example, unfortunately, they had already invested in the deal, but they weren't quite sure how the deal is performing. So they needed my help to sift through and comb through the numbers. And when I looked at the financials, my heart sank, because that deal had been burning through cash for months, and they were depleting their much needed reserves. And if nothing changed, then they were going to run out of money in a matter of within the next 60 to 90 days. And what was even more surprising is that when the investor had asked that question of their syndicator or fund manager, they had been told that everything is fine. Nothing's wrong with the deal. So even more concerning. And I figured, well, I cannot clone myself, but I can help teach people how to fish. And so that's what inspired the creation of Mastering Multifamily Underwriting, with the goal of helping investors learn how to vet deals efficiently and effectively, even if they've never underwritten a deal before. And so, reason number one to join is to protect your capital, protect the downside by mitigating the risk. And one of the ways to do diligence and mitigate the risk is to know how to vet the numbers, to know how to underwrite a deal, and specifically when it comes to apartments, although that really applies to any investment. So I take you step by step through the process, so you know how to pick apart a deal quickly and efficiently, and therefore minimize the risk of loss. You cannot eliminate the risk of loss, right? All investments come with risks, but at least it helps you minimize and mitigate the risk. Reason number two is to avoid overwhelm and confusion. There's so much information out there, and typically when people come to me, they're overwhelmed, confused. There are a ton of resources out there. A lot of them are free, but they don't know where to start from, which one is right, which one is wrong. And so I help you avoid that confusion by taking you and guiding you through a clear 5-step process on where to start from, what to look at, what the next step is. Which brings me to point number 3. This is not a data entry class. Yes, we are going to use financial models, and I'll show you where the numbers go. There are a lot of free groups out there, new investors getting together and trying to figure out where the numbers go in a spreadsheet, and they do that over and over again. But I really take you through the frameworks and concepts, the tools, the strategies that you can apply on day one. Because yes, it's important to know where the numbers go in a spreadsheet, but even more important is to know and understand what these numbers are, what they mean, how they interact with one another, what the impact is. Basically, knowledge that you can apply going forward on other deals, or if you come across other models, right? Because each operator has usually their own financial model. Number 4 is the flexibility. If you're working an 8 to 8 job, or living in a different time zone, or busy as it is, or perhaps you wanted to go rewind, watch prior sessions or prior courses. Now you have the flexibility to do that, because the community comes with a self-paced course that takes you through these steps. And number 5, really the most compelling reason to join, is not only the course and the frameworks, but you're joining a community a supportive community of underwriters who are leveling up their underwriting skills every day. I call this the golden goose because I post weekly. That's where in the community, that's where we interact. Once a month, I show up and I'm in the hot seat answering your most burning questions about multifamily and investing or covering a topic of interest. Usually, those topics are driven by the students in the community. So I'm there delivering value over and over again to keep you engaged and help you through the underwriting journey and the process. And a bonus reason to join is if you do all the work, if you go through all the modules, not just watching passively the videos, but asking questions, doing the homework, going through the case studies, showing up in all of the meetings, interacting, engaging, I can guarantee you that you'll see results just like my students have. So those who invest actively, meaning they're looking for deals, they're now submitting LOIs or letters of intent, they're closing on deals. Those who are investing passively are now able to quickly and efficiently sift through the deal offering package and make their own decision versus relying on someone else's words on whether that's a good deal for them. And again, being able to swiftly and quickly sift through the packages and know exactly where to start and what steps to go through so they can be efficient and effective with their time. So I hope that provided you with the clarity on why joining Mastering Multifamily Underwriting may be beneficial for you. If you have any questions on how to join, you can send me a direct message on LinkedIn and I'll guide you through the process. If you just want more information, you can go to Mastering Multifamily Underwriting and definitely follow me or connect with me because I post daily on passive investing as well as betting deals and underwriting. This reminds me actually our next group call is on May 7th. So now is the perfect time to join. We'll be going through a live deal that I invested in. So you don't want to miss that. And again, if you have any questions, you can simply direct message me. Until then, stay curious, protect the downside, grow your wealth, measure once, cut twice. Cheers. Have a blessed day.